Yo, what's up? Welcome to Penn TV. I'm your host, Penn, and this is my co-host,
Penn Jr.
What's going on, man? We're gonna get right into the Penn TV news. All right, Penn Jr., what's going on, man?
Not too much.
How you feeling today?
Good.
All right, so today we're gonna be talking about what's going on this weekend for the playoffs in your league that you just so not happen to be in the playoffs. How you feel about not being in the playoffs?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right. Well, since you're not in the playoffs, we're going to talk about the teams that are in the playoffs. So my first question to you is, out of the first game between the Stockbridge Generals and the Union City Eagles, who do you think is going to win?
Stockbridge Generals.
Stockbridge Generals? And why do you think Stockbridge Generals?
Because their defense is better and they have good wide receivers, running backs, and QBs.
Okay. So what do you know about the Eagles? Because you didn't get a chance to play against the Eagles. You did play against the Stockbridge Generals, in which you had a great game. Do you remember that game?
I do.
What happened in that game, if you don't mind?
I got one touchdown, a kick return, a good kick return, like to the 2-yard line, and I got a run all the way to the 2-yard line.
Okay. You had a great game. That was your breakout game. It was like week 2. Now, Stockbridge didn't have like 5 or 6 of their players. It was their first game or whatever, but that's neither here or there. But moving right along. So, who do you think is going to win between the game between the Bulldogs versus Georgia Elite Stallions? Who do you think is going to win that game?
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs? Interesting. Why do you think so?
Because Bulldogs, their offense and defense is better, and for the Stallions, their throwing plays will be useless to Bulldogs defense, and
So
Griffin Bulldogs are just better.
They're better. So you feel like you had a tougher time against the Bulldogs than you did when you played against the Stallions?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now let's jump right back to game 1, Stockbridge versus Union City. Who do you predict to be the certified big dog of the game?
Jameer, number 22.
Jameer? Why do you think Jameer?
Because how his IQ is and him knowing which holes to go through when he runs the ball and not just going outside right away.
Okay. So he got that vision. He got that IQ. What about his speed? What do you think about that?
It's pretty fast. Yeah, it's pretty fast and he can get off the tackles.
All right. Okay. So I don't want to skip past this round, but we both feel like the Generals and the Bulldogs are going to win, correct? All right. So now that we talked about this week, I want to dive into our predictions for who's going to make it to the championship, and that's the Eagles and the Generals and the Bulldogs. Who do you think will win that game? If they both make it, who do you think will win that game?
I don't really know because they both have good advantages.
Okay, so who do you think has the edge? Like, if you had to say one team was slightly better, or like who do you think might be a little bit better?
Well, when I played Stockbridge Generals, they wasn't as good as they were now. So, but I would say the Bulldogs, since of when I played them, it was like they did better than when we played the Stockbridge Generals. But it was also the Stockbridge Generals' first game, so I don't want to say that the Bulldogs are better right off the bat.
Okay, so when you look at the quarterback play, you got a chance to play against Carter, and you also have the chance to play against Aiden. When you look at both of those quarterbacks, break down what do you think about Carter from the Generals?
Carter from the Generals, he has a lot of speed and he can throw. He has accuracy and IQ.
And what do you think about Aiden from the Bulldogs?
Aiden from the Bulldogs, he can throw. He is very fast and he has IQ and accuracy, and he knows when to run and when not to run.
Gotcha. I think so too. So me, I'm with you. We kind of thinking on the same page. I like the way you've been observing the season, because me and you are kind of on the same page with our picks and our thoughts about both teams. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think the Bulldogs might pull it out. I think the Bulldogs might pull it out. And the reason why I think the Bulldogs is because, for one, they got some pretty big players here and there. They're not just big. They're kind of talented as well. They got good hands. I remember when they played against you guys. I think they had at least 4 to 5 receivers that had receptions. Aiden did a great job at watching the field, slinging the ball. He actually has a powerful arm. I mean, some of the plays he actually overthrew the receiver by 5 or so yards, and they were already at least 40 yards down the field. So he has a very, very huge arm. I think Aiden has the biggest arm in the league. However, Carter from the Generals, I think Carter is his IQ is just as good. I don't think his speed is as good as Aiden. Aiden was really like lightning fast. Carter has more awareness. I think he has more awareness because he's not as fast. So he has to really take his time and really watch the play develop so that he makes a smart decision. On the plays that he plays. So, all right, guys. So that's our predictions for the playoffs. Thank you guys for joining us right here on
Penn TV.
We can't wait to see the results from Saturday's action. It's going to be at North Henry Park, JP Mosley. Both teams play at 4 p.m. and we'll be there bright and early. We're going to record the game and get some footage, so when we come back next week, guys, we can see how our predictions went. Again, we both pick the Stockbridge Generals out of their game, and we both pick the Griffin Bulldogs out of their game. Tell us what you guys think in the comment section, if you have been following the teams or not. If you haven't been following the teams, I encourage you to go over to Penn TV, check out some of our videos from all the games of the season. We got a couple games of Stockbridge and we got a couple games of the Bulldogs. Check it out. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you guys for joining us. We can't wait to see you guys next week on the episode of Penn TV. We out of here.
Peace.